And just recently, a couple of weeks back, South Africa went through the audits and had about 92%. So Ghana hasn't actually dipped, just that another country's effective implementation has increased.
With Ghana scheduled for another audit within the next 2 years, industry players express confidence that the country will regain its former status as the leader in aviation safety oversight on the continent.
Ghana is still working hard towards that, and we are expecting another audit, most probably in 2025. And we believe we are going to go higher than that.
Michael Obodu, 3 Business, Accra.
Well, let's stay on the subject a while longer, and joining us via Zoom is aviation analyst at Aviation Ghana, Dominic Andor. Thank you for your time. Now, first off, clearly the figures show that Ghana hasn't necessarily declined in its aviation safety ratings. Not so?
No, it doesn't mean so, actually. So, essentially, the effective implementation rate, this is what it means. In 2006, ICAO, which is a branch of the UN that oversees civil aviation, they were in Ghana, and they assessed our safety oversight in terms of safety when it comes to civil aviation. And they pointed out certain key things that you need to correct to be able to go up the rankings. So they came back again in 2019 to see that if effectively you've implemented those recommendations that they gave you, and that's where they realized that, oh, indeed, we've done so well. We've implemented most of the recommendations. So Ghana's aviation space remains very safe. That's why they ranked us 89.89.
All right then. Now, finally, what major things should Ghana be focusing on towards its next audit in 2025 to return to the top spot?
So based on our last audit, where we had 89.89% out of 100, of course, to point us the thing that we ought to do or change. So the next audit, which is due in 2 years' time, ICAO and the team will come back again to assess whether those key things they found in the audit that they pointed out to you in terms of safety, you've been able to implement them effectively. Then your ranking will go up. What that we know ought to be done is the decoupling of the regulatory function from the air navigation function. The air navigation function and then the regulatory function currently sits with the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority. The GCA has gone very far in trying to achieve this decoupling.
All right, then. Thank you so much. That was aviation analyst at Aviation Ghana, Dominic Andor, speaking to us there. But away from that, the Ghana Association of Banks has blamed the high loan default rates its members are experiencing on the current economic challenges in the country. The association, however, says individual banks are working hard to prevent a further hike in the rates.
Banks' non-performing loans ratio rose to 20% in August 2023 from 14.3% in August 2022, according to Bank of Ghana. Acknowledging the hard economic environment Ghana is currently facing, Chief Executive Officer of Ghana Association of Banks, John Ewua, says it has become necessary to put measures in place to ensure banks' survival.
As borrowers, we need to be responsible. The situation where, because we do not have a 360-degree view of the customer, borrowers are able to default in a certain transaction and still are able to have access to the banking system. If you are a business or an individual and you are defaulting on your rent payment, there is no reason why you should have access to the banking system.
Loan acquisition for individuals or businesses may become even harder now as individual banks have tightened their loan sanction procedures as a means of preventing payment risks from further heightening.
Documentation has become very critical, making sure that documents are properly validated before maybe lending activity takes place. And as we are working with the Justice Administration as well, so that in the event that there is a need for recovery, we can quickly enter the court system and come out and be able to recover as quickly as possible.
Let's now turn our attention to the currency market and bring you updates. Well, so you just saw how major trading currencies have fared throughout the day. Let's now turn to the commodities market. And interesting developments there. Drops across the board. The price of cocoa has reduced by about $48. It's trading at $3,711 per ton. Gold is also down marginally, $8.86, trading at $1,934 per ounce. Crude oil is also down marginally by about 1.83%. It's trading at $88.19 per barrel. Well, that will be all for today's edition of Business Brief. For more business stories, please check out our website, 3news.com. My name is Michael Obudu. Thank you for watching. As always, please stay safe.